Hi guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. One of the things that I find a little bit confusing in English that there are certain words that are pronounced in the same way but have different meanings. And there is a second group of words that are spelled in the same way but they are pronounced in different ways. And those words have different meanings depending on the way you pronounce them. Isn't that confusing? Today we are going to talk about three groups of words. They are homonyms, heteronyms, and homophones. I'll show you how to understand them with some example of words. Let's dive in. The first group is called homonyms. Homonyms are words that are pronounced in the same way but they have different meanings. Let's see the first example of these homonyms. The first word is date. Meaning number 1. Date is a particular day of the month, sometimes in a particular year, given in numbers and words. What's the date today? The 5th. They haven't set the date for the wedding yet. Second meaning. Date also means an arrangement to meet somebody at a particular time, especially one between two people who have or might have a romantic relationship. He asked her out on a date. I've got a date with Steve tomorrow night. Meaning number 3, date also means a fruit. It is a sweet, sticky brown fruit that grows on a tree called date palm, common in North Africa and West Asia. I've made cookies with raisin and chopped dates for my mother. Now, let's see the second word. It is fair. First meaning, fair is treating someone in a right way or agreeing with what is thought to be right and acceptable. Let's see the first example. It is not fair that she's allowed to go to the party and I'm not. Second meaning, fair can mean a quiet large. We have had a fair amount of rain this week. We've come a long way, but there's still a fair way to go. Third meaning, fair can also mean having very little color, coloring, or pigmentation. You can use it for hair or skin. She's got a fair skin and green eyes. All my family are fair skinned. Next, a fair is a gathering of buyers and sellers at a particular place or time for trade. So it is a large public event at which there are various kinds of competition, games, rides, and entertainment. I'll go to the book fair this weekend. She showed her horse at the state fair. The third word is sweet. First meaning, sweet is a food that contains a lot of sugar, like candy. I'm trying to cut down on sweets. She bought a bag full of sweets. Meaning number 2, sweet is having a taste similar to sugar, especially in food or drink. The pineapple was sweet and juicy. I found the dessert a bit sweet for my taste. Third meaning, sweet is having a very pleasant smell, sound, or appearance. She has a sweet singing voice. She's got a pretty and sweet face. Next meaning, sweet means someone having or showing a kind character. I think Alex is really sweet. He's been sweet on her since they were kids. The fourth word is clip. First, clip is a small piece of metal or plastic that holds things together or keep things in place. He uses a money clip instead of wallet. She put a hair clip in her hair. Can I use your paper clip? Second, clip also means a short part of a film or television program. I've seen that clip from a Sherlock Holmes movie. You will see in this clip how well she acts. Meaning number 3, clip means to make something shorter and neater by cutting off small pieces. She is outside clipping the hedges. She is trimming the hedges. I'm always clipping recipes out of magazines. The fifth word is fine. You can use fine to say that something is good enough and to say that you are okay. The house looks fine to me. I was feeling fine when I got up this morning. Number 2, use word fine to describe something very thin in couch or texture. A knife with a fine edge. The baby's head was covered in fine blonde hair. Next meaning, fine can mean an amount of money that has to be paid as a punishment for not obeying a rule or law. If found guilty, he faces 6 months in jail and a heavy fine. The motorist had to pay a fine for speeding. Now we move to the second group of words, which is heteronyms. Heteronyms are spelled the same but pronounced differently and have different meanings. Let's see the first word, live and life. Live means to have a home in a particular place. If someone lives in a particular place or with a particular person, their home is in that place or with that person. I live in Chicago. Cactus don't live in Antarctica. There are no cactus in Antarctica. Live is an event or performance that is broadcasted at the same time as it happens rather than being recorded first. I like listening to live music. The program was broadcast live. The next words are object and object. An object is anything that has a fixed shape or form that you can touch or see and that is not alive. The museum had an interesting object on display. The scanner detected a metal object. If you object to something, you express your dislikes or disapproval of it. It is common for a lawyer to object to the argument from the other side. We objected strongly but were outvoted. The next words are tear and tear. Tears are the drop of salty liquid that come out of your eyes when you are crying. A single tear ran down his cheek. She wiped the tears from her eyes. Tear means to damage something by pulling it apart or into pieces or cutting it on something sharp. If you tear the paper in half, you'll have 2 pieces of paper. They began tearing their presents open. The next words are close and close. Close means to put something into a position so that it covers an opening. Will you close the door? Let's close the curtains. Close as an adjective means being near in time, space, effect, or degree. The store is close to the school. Don't drive so close to the car in front of you. Next are bow and bow. When you bow to someone, you briefly bend your body towards them as a formal way of greeting them or showing respect. In some culture, it is polite to greet people with a bow. They bowed to the queen. A bow is a weapon for shooting arrows which consists of a long piece of curved wood with the string attached to both its ends. They hunted with bows and arrows. Some of the raiders were armed with bows and arrows. A bow also means a knot that is made by tying a ribbon or string into 2 or more loops, and that is used for tying shoelaces or for decoration. She tied a bow in her hair. Kim is wearing a dress decorated with bows and ribbons. Now the third group of words now is called homophones. Homophones are spelled differently and have different meanings, but they are pronounced in the same way. Next example of words now are pause and pause. If you pause while you are doing something, you stop for a short period of time and then continue. Can you pause the movie there, please? Pause also means the foot of an animal that has claws, such as cat, dog, or bear. Here means cat licked his paws. Let's put them in one sentence. I paused the video with my cat's paws. The next example are week versus week. Week is a period of 7 days, either from Monday to Sunday or from Sunday to Saturday. It will be 2 weeks before the essays will be marked. If someone is weak, they are not healthy or don't have good muscles, so they cannot move quickly or carry heavy things. He was able to sit but was too weak to stand. Let's put them in one sentence. The cellular network is weak this week. Next, flower versus flower. Flour is a white or brown powder that is made by grinding grain. It is used to make bread, cake, or pastry. Thicken the sauce with a little flour. A flower is a part of a plant which is often brightly colored, grows at the end of the stem, and only survives for a short time. He sent me a flower on Valentine's Day. Let's put them in one sentence. To bake a flower-shaped cake, you'll need some flour. Next are night versus night. The night is a part of each day when the sun has set and it is dark outside, especially the time when people are sleeping. She woke up in the middle of night. Knight is a man of high social rank who had a duty to fight for his king. Knights are often shown in pictures riding horses and wearing armor. He hopes to be made a knight for his work at the Bank of England. Let's put them in one sentence. The knight is on his way to the castle, but traveling at night is very dangerous. The last words are see versus see. When you see something, you become aware of someone or something around you by using your eyes. I can see you. The sea is salty water that covers about 3/4 of the Earth's surface. We went swimming on the sea. Let's put them in one sentence. At my beach house, I wake up and see the sea. Alright, and that's it for today's lesson. I really hope you enjoyed and understand this lesson perfectly. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you on my next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.